What is up, guys? It's Shaw Boys 2324, aka Henry Scarver Jr. This is another video DVD review. This is another review on Shawn Michaels, the Showstopper unreleased 3D set. Obviously, if it's like a DVD of my favorite wrestler, I'm gonna get it. Obviously, yeah. As y'all know, Shawn Michaels is one of my favorite wrestlers. As you can see, the cover over here, you got him in his rocker days. Here's the set right here. All right. You have I'll give you a show that you have never seen never ever seen before. Why? Because I can. A quote by Shawn Michaels. To the WWE Universe, Shawn Michaels made every match he competed in feel like a main event. No matter the time or the place, when the showstoppers stepped inside the ring, he delivered a performance unlike any other. Now, for the first time ever, WWE Home Video dives deep into the archives to bring the WWE Universe never before seen release matches spanning the entire career of the Heartbreak Kid, from tag team classics as one half of the Rockers to hidden gems against Mr. Perfect, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Ric Flair. This is a special collection for any fan of the Showstopper. Yeah, Shawn Michaels and Vader. I don't know who that guy is, but Shawn Michaels getting Super King of him. You got Shawn Michaels and Yokozuna. Yeah, Shawn Michaels holding the WWE Championship. Shawn Michaels. With matches including Jake the Snake Roberts, Demolition, Diesel, Vader, Legion of Doom, Superfly Jimmy Snuka, Yokozuna, Rob Van Dam, Batista, Triple H, Kurt Angle, Undertaker, and more. Alright. Let's open it up right here. You have disc 1, disc 2, and you have disc 3. I do not know why they put disc like this. Oh, whoops. I don't know why they put disc like this. I think like the last time it was like this, it was on the Undertaker, the Tombstone, the History of the Undertaker DVD that I reviewed. These are the match lists. Put that to the side. All right. Shawn Michaels, the Showstopper on the release. All right, so you got disc 1, Proud of the Future. So this takes place during the time, like he now works at NXT, in the developmental system, working with guys, such as, like at the time, Drew McIntyre, Adam Cole, Tommaso Ciampa, Johnny Gargano, the Icon, like everybody, like Roderick Strong, like everybody idolized and wanted to be like Shawn Michaels. First match, January 5th, 1985. Shawn Michaels and Tom Horner versus Hector and Chavo Guerrero. Good, decent match. This was before his rocker days. Shawn Michaels, February 1st, 1985. Shawn Michaels versus Jake the Snake Roberts. It's a good, decent match. Most of these matches on this DVD I have seen, and some of these matches, like some of them have dates on it. I mean, some of them have like, but that we'll get to that later. April 1st, 1986, the Midnight Rockers versus Pretty Boy Doug Summers and Playboy Buddy Rogers. I mean, Buddy Rose and Doug Summers. Good, decent match. This like, I think this was before they captured the tag team championships from them. AW, and as right here you have July 13th, 1986, AWA Tag Team Championship match. The Midnight Rockers versus Pretty Boy Doug Summers and Playboy Buddy Rose. Good match. Rockers were like very, very innovative tag team during their heyday. The Midnight Rockers versus Dennis Stamp and Brian Knobs. Overall decent match. The Rocker talks about like him and Marty Jannetty coming into the WWE, like going to territories, whole 9 yards. October 6th, 1988, the Rockers versus the Fabulous Rogue Brothers. It was alright. Most of these matches are, like most of them, like especially in like disc one, like very like are like tag teams. Disc two gets in a singles career. And then this three is probably like his second half of his career. October 24th, WWE Tag Team Championship match, The Rockers and versus Demolition. As I mentioned like before, they never won the WWE Tag Team Championship Tag Team Championships. They won at almost every place that they went to, but not in WWE. At least the one that officially counted for them. They had beaten the Hart Foundation, but as I discussed before, or everybody should know this by now, is that the top rope broke and it was null and void of whoever, like it was null and void. It basically didn't happen. The Rocker, this is one of like January 13, 1989, The Rockers versus Brainbusters. All Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard, always great chemistry with them. Very good tag team match. December 14, 1989, The Rockers versus the Hart Foundation. Again, good match. I think this one ended in disqualification. I don't think this was like a firm like winner or whatever. The Rockers versus Orient Express. Good. It was a good, decent match. The Rockers versus Demolition, June 5th, 1990. Good match. Probably like the second best, match on this disc. The Rockers versus Natural Disasters, November 2nd, 1991. This was a good match. Very, this was like one of those like matches where like they could set like the Natural Disasters are very like big and huge, weight wise, so like they can like the Rockers like sold for them and like make them look good. Rockers like overall made tag teams really, really good, and then teams like the Hart Foundation, the Brainbusters, all like brought the best like out of those. They brought the best out of each other. And December 28, 1991, the WWE Tag Team Championship match, the Rockers versus the Legion of Doom. This was like this was almost like the beginning of the end for the Rockers. This was like planting. It's like one of those like planting of the seed type moments to when they officially broke up in like 1992, I believe. All right, disc 2, The Heartbreak Kid. We have this was in January 31st, 1992. Shawn Michaels versus Superfly Jimmy Snuka. This was one of those matches where like he had like a whole like it's like a different theme song, man. Like a whole different theme song, like than like the current one that he has. Like it was so like different. I think it's like it's one of those like gems. It's like this was his like singles theme before like his actual theme really came in. Piper's Pit with Shawn Michaels. Good. It was a good segment. April 29th, 1992. April 5th, 1993, WWE Intercontinental Championship match, Shawn Michaels versus Mr. Perfect. Excellent match. It was a good, very, very good match. August 30th, 1994, Shawn Michaels and Diesel versus the Head Shrinkers. Good match. Good match. The main event talks about this is where during the time where he became a main event player. March 29th, 1995, WrestleMania 11 warm up, Shawn Michaels and Diesel face to face. This was a good entertaining segment. They had like a ring in front of like the street crowd, like the crowd was around the ring, and like they don't really do things like that back nowadays, but back in the day, like they used to do that a lot. May 22nd, 1995, King of the Ring qualifying match, Shawn Michaels versus King Kong Bundy. It's good. Yeah, it's a good, decent match. King Kong Bundy was really like down during this time, health wise, and by health wise, I mean in the ring. Um, Over in the back, July 24th, 1995, Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart versus Jacob and Eli Blue. This is a good underrated match. I will say that as a tag team match, this is a good underrated match. Um, July 25th, 1995, the following day, six-man elimination match, Shawn Michaels, Diesel, Undertaker versus Psycho Sid, Tatanka, and Kama. It's an alright, decent match. The champion, this is where during this time, like this is when he won he talks about his time winning the championship and how like initially he was very very happy, but in reality he was like very very miserable. So it was like one of those like insane like how he'd be like happy but very like miserable and depressed and like very very high tempered. He didn't really enjoy his championship runs, if you could believe that. April 27, 1996, Shawn Michaels versus the 1-2-3 Kid. Good, decent match. April 30th, 1996, WWE Championship match, Shawn Michaels versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. Man, before their WrestleMania 14 match, man, these two, when they're in the ring, man, they had excellent chemistry with each other, man. Man, like, especially like health wise, when Shawn Michaels was the best wrestler from 1996, 98. Like that was like his best run as a single. Like during that time, he was really, no question, one of the best wrestlers during that time. May 1996. Looks like they forgot the date. WWE Championship match, Shawn Michaels versus Yokozuna. It's a good, decent match. Good. It was a good, alright match. Yokozuna was not what he used to be, especially like he was like very very big and not as agile as he used to be. September 29th, 1996, Shawn Michaels versus Justin Hawk Bradshaw, aka JBL, John Bradshaw Layfield, as y'all know. It was a good, alright match. I don't know why they put this one on. I'm not saying it's a bad match, but it's like, September 29th, 1996, WWE Championship match. Shawn Michaels versus Vader. This was it was an alright match. Their SummerSlam match was a lot better, but even though it didn't really have a finish, by that point, Vader was just ruined after that. November 15, 1997, WWE Championship match. Shawn Michaels versus the Brooklyn Brawler. Most of these matches are like most of these matches are house shows. Like Shawn Michaels versus the Brooklyn Brawler. Like it's because Shawn Michaels is a heel at the time, right? And like he even got Shawn Michaels was so good. He even got a good match out of the Brooklyn Brawler, man. He and Brooklyn Brawler, wherever they were, I'm assuming they were in like Madison Square Garden, but like they were hot for him. Like even if like they would have cheered, the place would have blown off the roof if he had won the championship match that night. Obviously, he didn't. This three, right? The showstopper. This is the time where like he came back to wrestle after 4 years of back injuries. You have November 25th, 2002, Shawn Michaels WWE World Heavyweight Championship match. Shawn Michaels versus Rob Van Dam. Good, decent match, but this was his first. I believe this was his first Raw match since SummerSlam of 2000. Since he came back in 2002, this was his first Raw match. First match on Raw. Good. It was a good match. Ended in disqualification. The further down the storyline between Triple H. July 21st, 2003, Shawn Michaels versus Chris Jericho. Really, really good match. He really put over Chris Jericho during this match. A lot of interference. Shawn Michaels in the walls of Jericho for a very, very long time. And then he had like no choice but to tap out. Really, really good match. October 4th, 2004, Shawn Michaels versus Christian. It was a good, decent match. Good, decent match. Shawn Michaels versus Ric Flair, February 7th, 2005. Good, decent match. That's all I'm going to say. March 21st, 2005, Shawn Michaels and Batista versus Triple H and Edge. It's a good, decent match. January 16th, 2006, if Shawn Michaels loses, he is fired. Shawn Michaels versus Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle and Shawn Michaels always had great matches. This one's no different. Obviously, this was on Monday Night Raw, and obviously the stipulation came from Mr. McMahon. I think that the title wasn't on the line, but no, obviously the title wasn't on the line. Shawn Michaels won by distraction from Daivari. The degenerate how Shawn Michaels talks about. Shawn Michaels, like, the points, like, he talks about, like, during, like, in short order, like, talks about, like, as, like, has, like, talking points throughout this, throughout the DVD. Stuff that you already heard of, and some things from the perspective that you didn't get in other DVDs, like from My Journey and the Heartbreak and Triumph DVDs that I have reviewed. Go and check out my playlists for those reviews. October 2nd, 2006, Texas Tornado match. D-Generation X versus Lance Cade and Trevor Murdoch versus Charlie Haas and Vincera versus the Highlanders. It was a good, decent match. This match is on the DX DVD. So this is like one of the, some of these matches, I'm not gonna lie, are on other DVDs that I have. Especially like this one. Like this is clearly from the DX DVD. February 19, 2007, WWE World Tag Team Championship match. Shawn Michaels and John Cena versus Radar KO, Randy Orton and Edge. It's good, decent back and forth match. Obviously, Shawn Michaels and John Cena won the tag team championships. Originally, it was supposed to have been Triple H, but Triple H hurt. Triple H tore his quad, and he had to like scrap the match in early the January 2007 or either December or January 2007. That's when he had tore his quad. November 17, 2008, WWE World Heavyweight Championship triple threat match. Shawn Michaels versus Batista versus Chris Jericho. If I'm not mistaken, Chris Jericho was the champion, and it was a good, decent match. You know, by this time, Shawn didn't really care about the championship at the time, so. And then March 16, 2009, Shawn Michaels and Undertaker versus JBL and Vladimir Kozlov. Most of these, actually, like, you know what's crazy though? Most of these matches, especially in like later years, like I've seen these matches live, like from right here where I'm pointing, like this match right here, all the way down, like right here. I've seen these matches live, and I've seen these matches on other discs, and so it's whatever. But some of these matches I've seen on live television. Other matches, they're on other DVDs. Most, especially like in the beginning, like this one and this two. Most of them are at house shows, and other matches on this DVD is from Monday Night Raw. Most of them are Monday Night Raw matches. All of them are Monday Night Raw matches. Not many wrestling matches on pay-per-views because they're on other DVDs. The Legend and Shawn Michaels and everybody there like closes out. And one talking point of in the beginning, Triple H was in a room with the NXT guys and was talking about a match between like Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano in one of the takeover specials, and like he was explaining to them why that match went on last, and it wasn't for the title. It was just like because of the story and the rivalry. That's why it main evented last. Like it's not always about the title match main event last. It's about the story and how it about the story and the investment and like I can't really get into much details. I would take a whole nother video, but anyways, overall this is, if you're a Shawn Michaels fan, I would get it. I mean, I once I saw this one, I was like, I might as well just get it, Might as well just get it. But overall, like this was an good to excellent DVD. I would recommend it if you're a Shawn Michaels fan. I would recommend it. As for anybody who who just wants to see unreleased matches, if you're a fan of unreleased matches, I would suggest you get this DVD, or you could just watch it on the WWE Network. But I highly recommend this DVD. I enjoyed it for what it was. Disc 3, it's not the worst disc. It's just most of these matches you have seen before. Like matches in Disc 1, especially in Disc 2, you don't really see that many. Like you don't really see, those are like legit like unreleased. Like nobody has really like seen. But once you get to like Disc 3, most of like this end of Disc 2 and the Disc 3, like most of these matches are like Monday Night Raw matches. And I'm like, if you was watching Raw during those times, you would probably seen these matches live. And if not, I would recommend this DVD. Alright guys, that's it from me. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. And more videos will be coming in the later days. Trying to get videos I'm trying to do as many videos as I possibly can in the time given. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out.